Today, Living Local is going to learn how to be a falconer for a day, and we are here with the CEO of Hawkeye, Dan Frankian. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So tell us a little bit about birds of prey and what are they?
Well, birds of prey are classified in 4 different areas. Falcons, hawks, eagles, owls, and there's an offshoot of birds of prey, vultures. Don't really consider it in falconry birds of prey, but they're a part of the bird of prey family.
Awesome. So tell us what you do here at Hawkeye.
Well, Hawkeye does 2 different things. We basically fly birds of prey to chase other birds away, which is the natural way of doing things. And we rehab birds of prey as well as do a falconry experience for people who want to do nothing but fly birds of prey, kind of do a bucket list item.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a really nice thing to do on a beautiful day like this.
During different seasons, during the hot heat of summer and the cold winter months, you've designed a facility to cater to these birds.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
The really neat thing, and I'm going to point back to our sheds, for example, both of those are eagle sheds. As you can see, they're fairly large. The ones on the right over there are pre-made shelters. And those pre-made shelters come with insulation, so that anytime you're dealing with, you know, even the coldest of cold, even without heat in there, it's at least 15 to 20 degrees warmer. So we've got an indoor space for the birds that is usually 8 by 12, which is a little larger than what the government requires. And we've got an outdoor space, which is usually about the same size, or 10 by 12. And indoor and outdoor. So in a nice, beautiful day like today, we'll open the doors up, let the birds of prey outside, get the sunshine, get the first rays of sunshine right in the morning.
Get that vitamin D.
Get that vitamin D, it's very important to them.
So not only do you protect the birds while they're old and, you know, they're flying around, but you also are committed to rehabilitating injured and orphaned birds.
That's right.
What does that process involve?
That process is really interesting because we'll get everything from peregrine falcons to red-tailed hawks. We'll get everything from owls. We get a lot of red-tailed hawks. The really neat statistic you have to understand is the average hawk does not survive its first winter probably by about 95%. So it's a very high rate of mortality. We have very long winters, very little food, and they have to be extremely strong and fit to be able to survive the winter. You know, if a bird of prey happens to hit a glass window or a car, or it happens to hit something, or they've gone after some sort of animal and they've gotten themselves all wet, that's when you could come in as a rehabber and help them out. And then, you know, you can hang on to them for most of the winter, give them enough time to recuperate and give them another shot. And that really makes you feel a lot better because, man, there are so many you could help.
Of course, and I love how this is kind of a training ground for the birds. You obviously seem like you could talk about these birds for ages, but in one sentence, why would you say it's important for people to come and see these birds in real life?
We have learned everything we know about flight. Every single thing we know about flight, whether we designed the wings, the loads, how we did that, we've done with our birds.
You're so passionate about education, and I'm excited to see these birds up close, so let's go do it. We are now ready to have our full falconry experience, and we are here with Clarissa, who is going to be teaching us all about that today. What are we doing?
So today we're going to be meeting a few of our more interesting birds, including an owl and a falcon, and then we're going to come out into this back field and we're going to fly one of our male hair socks.
That all sounds amazing, but we have to remember safety tips. So what do we need to know before we actually fly a bird?
So the first thing we have to remember about birds of prey is they are not domesticated. They are tamed, but they are not like our cats and dogs, and they are certainly not pets. So we have to treat them with respect. Our first safety trip is our falconer's glove, which is just a multi-layered leather gauntlet. And the first thing it does is it gives the birds a stable place to sit on. The second thing is it protects us from their sharp claws and their tremendous grip strength.
All right, so we're ready to have an owl on my arm, which is going to be crazy because owls are my favorite. Clarissa, how do we get him from your arm onto my arm?
So the first thing we're gonna do is you're gonna stick your arm out and we're gonna make a fist, something like that. And then I'm gonna back him up onto you. I'm gonna get in front of you because owls like to step backwards.
Okay,
And then I'm gonna
try
tie
it
him
out.
up to your glove. 90 degrees, there we go.
Oh, there is an owl literally 2 centimeters away from me. You're really pretty, but I'm kind of scared to look at you. So these birds out in the wild, they're able to fly so high and then spot their prey and kind of dive in. How are they able to do that with their eyesight?
So first of all, birds of prey have proportionally bigger eyes. They take up more space in their skulls than ours do in our skulls. So proportionally bigger eyes means proportionally better eyesight. Second, they have quite a flat eye lens and the retina is quite far back compared to ours. That means they have a long focal length, which means each eye is almost telescopic. So they can see everything as if it was zoomed in, which allows them to capture more detail.
I think that's one of the features humans don't have. We don't have zoom in our eyes, so that's really cool.
They've got a massive part of their brain is dedicated only to visual processing. So not only can they see an immense amount of detail, but they can process that really fast. So that's why you hear people say that some of these birds of prey can see 3 times faster than us.
I'm Christina Larice here at Hawkeye Bird and Animal Control in Acton, Ontario, and you're watching Yes TV.